resources to public libraries, okay? The best idea is to start with benefits because I said this is the biggest paragraph, okay? When you allocate resources to public libraries, potentially what kind of market failure are you curbing? I think spillover benefits. Fair point. A more literate population, they are able to assume greater roles, they can be more productive. Economic growth benefits everyone, even people who don't go to the library. Okay? Can we say imperfect information? Yes, we can, right? The culture of reading, some people undermine the benefits of reading. They think, oh, a child doesn't need to read so much yet. Better off playing with an iPad. Okay? So the government, through allocating resources in building libraries and then raising awareness through campaigns, can deal with this also. Equity, possible as well. When do you bring in equity? Last week I said when you break down the dartboard on equity, it will always show this up. Okay? Is the good a necessity? If it's not a necessity, it is not relevant to discuss equity. Okay? Okay? So, reading, I think you can say, a culture of literacy is a necessity. That's okay. Potentially in part B, under benefits, you may need to address all three types. If you're rushing for time, what do? Maybe you drop equity, you bring in equity towards your conclusion as a short point. Okay? So these are your benefits. Costs, constraints, unintended. I think the cost is the cost of building libraries. You could have used the money to build a polyclinic. Yes? Constraint. Money. So this is implicit plus explicit. And info. You could over-subsidize, hence causing government failure. It's linked. Okay. Now, try to contextualize. What do you mean by over-subsidizing? Do you mean people read too many books? Or you cause them harm by building a library? They read too many books, now they have to wear glasses. But that's probably not a good spillover effect. Okay? Now, if you really want to understand how to explain overconsumption, you take this down first. Okay? Okay? So overconsumption on the diagram looks like this. SMB, PMB, PMC equates SMC. So this is very good, socially efficient. Over-subsidizing means you are consuming beyond QSE, right? And what is the problem? Beyond QSE, social cost is here, social benefit is here. By right, highlighted too much. Okay, so if you want to explain overconsumption beyond this point, hence government failure, you can say because if you keep building libraries, the op cost incurred is even more important to the economy, like having enough hospitals. Okay, so you can try to highlight government failure by highlighting how the op cost becomes even more significant. Therefore, SMC is bigger. Follow what I'm doing here? Okay now. Huh? So, you see what I'm doing here? I'm saying, by right, you want to come here. Going beyond QSE is over-subsidizing. Over-subsidizing is not good. You can either say because this is going up, or you could say this is coming down. How? Or to the extent that people going into the library are there going there for afternoon nap to enjoy the aircon. They are not there to read. So the benefit is not so great anymore. Okay? Alright, so that's UBCC. for government. This part is the biggest. Okay. When you intervene in the market for alcohol, you could do a UBCC also. The benefit is you can deal with negative externalities. You can deal with imperfect information. The cost. Let's play by the context and not just by a standard model. The cost, you should say, is low. It's not like you're subsidizing, you're paying out. In fact, you're collecting money, you know. Okay? So you can say the cost is low, but resources are needed to enforce, let's say, a tax, to make sure you don't have people selling in the black market. Constraints. I am not very keen to talk about monetary constraints because I'm collecting money. I'll be more keen to talk about constraints in terms of information on hand. You could overtax, hence government failure. Okay. Again, what do you mean by overtaxing? Overtaxing is when you overestimate EMC, right? Maybe everyone with lung problems, you say they are victims of, no, everyone with liver problems, you say, oh, you consume too much alcohol. Or every accident, you say is drink driving. But maybe there are other causes. You're blaming alcohol too much. So try and contextualize your answer, right? Okay. Yes, please. So information on hand. So the government may not know the exact size of the tax because they cannot estimate EMC accurately. Okay. Okay, last point. Is it just me? How come this class feels like it's very long? It's not 2 hours yet, right? Okay, last one. When you allocate resources to university education, that will be very similar to this one, right? But university education, which one will you strike up? See, we are thinking in a very flexible manner. It's not always standard. Would you say there's no spillover benefits from university education? Yes, sure.
For university education,
Yeah.
does it mean it's local or is it for students?
I think more for local. So they subsidize the local youth. Government subsidies. Are there spillover benefits? Yes. Although you know there are people who are arguing not so much. There are people who are arguing why they merged two JCs is because they are trying to push more people to the poly track. Because what Singapore needs in future is probably fewer engineers, but more people who are working in the operation side. Coding, you don't need a graduate to do it. A poly grad can do it. So there are some of these thoughts. The macro picture seems to be like they are not encouraging people to really go into liberal arts. So if you have a degree, whether you can help Singapore also depends on the nature of your degree. Okay, of course, medicine, dentistry, architecture still helps. Okay, but a degree in history, they may say not so relevant. Maybe you can join MOE. Okay, so there's some sense of that direction that Singapore is heading towards. If you have a degree in computer science, they will love you. Okay, degree in econs, still relevant.